Is Earth a special place? I mean, you look up into the stars and you hear these numbers that there's billions of stars and there could be billions of planets around. Is there something special about where we happen to be?
It is a magnificent place. It is the manifestation of so much thought that has gone before. In other words, it was created from the idea before it even took physical form. It's a big question and a hard-to-hear answer, but there is thought, and then there is thought form, and then there is manifestation. The thing we most want you to hear about this magnificent time-space reality that you call Earth is it is continuing to expand. It is not finished. Those who inhabit it, even including the one-celled amoeba in the ocean, are having personal experiences where personal preferences are being born, and that preference is answered, so the continuation of life continues. This Earth is a living, breathing being, expanding and benefiting by those like you who inhabit it.
Are there other places similar to Earth?
Infinite. Too many to name or number.
Well, on that same kind of track, these days, in particular, these days meaning, I guess, since the 60s, we hear things about, you know, flying saucers, and there's crop circles and things that go bump in the night. What else is out there?
Everything you can imagine. This is an expansive universe, and every thought that has ever been thought has set something into motion.
So by thinking that these things are out there, they are out there?
Sometimes you are picking up on what is there. Sometimes you are creating it even in your imagination. Steven Spielberg has added tremendously to this universe.
Through his imagination.
We want you to understand that in this universe there are vibrational frequencies. And while there are many other time-space realities, they are in a different vibrational frequency than that which you are. So you are not intertwining. In the same way that you understand that you are having conversation with Abraham, who has consciousness that is not focused here in your time-space reality, you have access to consciousness that is focused anywhere you can reach it vibrationally. In other words, universally, you help as you thrive in one environment, and you know how to thrive, and you project your thought of thriving, others have access to that. There are many things that inventors discover in their mind that are projections of thoughts from other places.
We've all got these things out there we want, whatever it is, health, money. We've all got our heart's desire that we want. Can you explain to me again how, in concrete, step by step, we can head towards these things that we want?
Well, when you think about it, every subject is really two subjects. What is wanted and lack of it, or absence of it. When you identify a desire, name something.
Money, more money.
So when you pick up the stick that has more money on one end of it, on the other end of it is not enough money. And you are vibrating somewhere along this stick. So if you've been having the experience of not enough money, you've been observing it, you've been talking about it, you've been worrying about it, and you are now, from your awareness of not having enough money, asking for more money, you are not a vibrational match to more money. You're a vibrational match to not enough money. And you can tell which end of the stick you are most a vibrational match to by the way you feel when you think about money. So when you think about money, if it makes you feel free, and it makes you feel exhilarated, and it makes you feel adventurous, then you're on the vibrational end of the stick that matches dollars flowing to you. That's why rich people get richer. They feel prosperous, they feel abundant, they feel well-being, and so they're not holding money away from them. And that's why people who don't have enough money so often don't allow more money into their experience. So the key to moving up the stick, so to speak, is to find a way to feel more prosperous, to stand where you are because you can't do anything other than that, but try to play down the not enough money while you play up how well things are going. We encourage someone who is in a place where they want more money to put $100 in their pocket and spend it mentally all day long. people say, well, if I had $100, I would feel more prosperous. And we say, then pretend that you have $100 in your pocket if you cannot find $100 to put in your pocket. But you must find the essence of feeling more prosperous before you open the door to prosperity. You can't buck the current. You can't feel poor and allow more money into your experience. You have to find a way to shift the way you feel. It's a mental thing.
So you're using words like pretend and imagine.
Or remember.
But I think so many people just roll their eyes when they hear that. That's, what can I do with that? Pretend and imagine.
Try it and see what happens. Show yourself that with a little bit of effort, you can shift your vibration. And when you shift your vibration, you see, let's talk about this, the way we like to describe this, because we're trying to orient you into this awareness that you are a vibrational being. You are energy, first and foremost. You see yourself as flesh, blood, and bone, and action-oriented. So let's talk about these two concurrent paths that are flowing all the time. So you don't have enough money, so your logic tells you that, well, to get more money, I must find a way to earn more money. So I will find a way to get better employment, which means now I need more education, which means now I need time off from the employment that I already have in order to get the education. So I achieve some way of getting the education, and now I have to convince someone that my education is worth paying more money for, and now I have to apply for the job, and now I have to convince them that I am the best one of all those that they are looking over. And so then I get the job, and then I have to convince them that I'm really worth more than they are paying. And we say, oh, it is a very long, hard journey that you are upon. It is no wonder that so many are discouraged and rolling their eyes. We understand why they might do that. What we want them to understand is that the journey from despair over not enough money to a feeling of hopefulness that there might be more money is something that can be achieved with a willingness to try in a matter of minutes. And if you take the time to just leave behind your pessimism and cynicism and despair and find just a little flicker of hope, and you try to keep it alive just for a few seconds, 68 really is enough for the universe to get a fix on your new vibrational stand.
68 seconds.
68 seconds is all it takes to flicker from despair into hopefulness. Now you have shifted vibrationally enough that now evidence will begin to reveal itself to you. And so it doesn't take much. Roll your eyes if you want to, and we certainly understand why you would. But try just to feel a little more hopeful and maintain it for just a little bit of time, and then watch what begins to happen, because the slightest shifting in your vibrational stance yields huge benefits in terms of manifestation. The better it gets, the better it gets, the better it gets, the better it gets, the better it gets.
So you're essentially just saying try it. Try imagining that you are not sick or whatever, imagining what it feels like to be in health.
Start with something easy. Don't take the issue that you've been beating yourself over the head with for the last 20 years and say, I'm going to test it on that. Start with something easy. Take some subject that you don't have huge resistance about and ponder it and contemplate it and imagine it and watch how quickly the universe